Hi, this is Attorney Rob Wells here from the Law Office of Robert M. Wells. Our office specializes in landlord and tenant issues within the Solano County SF Bay area. In this video, I want to talk about a video that I recently saw the other day about a small-time mom and pop landlord that has suffered no rent from his tenants for the past year. In the newsreel that I just saw, it was talking about a small mom and pop landlord who has one single family residence. He purchased a home a long time ago. Then he moved to another home and decided to rent this house out, which a lot of families do. And in the mix of that, due to COVID-19 and the COVID-19 protections, his tenants have not paid him rent in almost a year. The news story then went and stated that the landlord suffered great hardship, which a lot of people are suffering now, particularly landlords who aren't getting paid rent. Their bills just don't automatically stop. They have to pay property taxes and maintain the property, meet minimum habitability requirements and so forth. Yet he's not getting any rent. And the story went and stated that the landlord had no option other than to sell his house to another investor for $70,000 less of fair market value of his property. And I think he just stated that he was just at his wit's end. Now, I bring this story up because I know a lot of landlords that are going through this exact same predicament. And I'm wondering if this gentleman in the news story actually spoke with a competent landlord's attorney to go over his options. Because if he would have done so, I think the option of going out of business or removing the landlord's unit off the rental market should have been considered. As many of you know, California passed a set of COVID-19 restrictions on evicting tenants for particularly non-payment of rent. That was passed in August under AB 308088 and then extended through June 30th of 2021 through SB 91 by the California legislature. With that passage of the bill, one of the main provisions in the bill is landlords cannot evict tenants without just cause, meaning the tenant has to do something wrong. However, there are three exceptions to just cause, which California calls no fault just cause, where the landlord can issue a termination notice to the tenant, terminating their tenancy with something that's not the tenant's fault. And one of those grounds are facilitating a landlord's ability to remove their rental unit off the rental market or going out of business. And in this case, I think this landlord probably could have considered that option. Instead of waiting a whole entire year, termination notice probably could have been issued with 60 days notice. That has to be done if a tenant's lived at a property more than 1 year. And if the tenants didn't vacate at that time, the landlord could file what we call an eviction action or unlawful detainer to facilitate the landlord's removal of the unit off the rental market. If you're in a situation like this gentleman here where you need to sell your rental property or the financials just aren't working for you and you're basically paying out expenses and so forth where you can't afford that, this option should be considered, and it should be considered with a competent landlord's attorney, because there are a lot of nuances and items that need to be considered before executing on this option. If you're facing this situation and you need someone to help you out, please give us a call. We're here to help you out. We're going to leave our information down in the bottom of this video right here, and we're hoping that this information does help you out for those that are considering going out of the landlord business or selling property. Thank you.